I'm going to tell you something I've never said out loud before. And if you think you've heard deep web confessions, or hacker stories, or shadow internet legends, forget everything. This one is different. This one isn't about some wannabe cybercriminal trying to buy fake passports, or someone paying me to crack into their cheating boyfriend's phone. This one is about the only client I ever refused. And trust me, hackers don't refuse clients, not unless they want to stay alive. I'm saying this now because I don't think keeping it inside makes me safer anymore. If anything, pretending it didn't happen is what's been eating at me for years. So listen carefully, because I'm not going to repeat this. And if I suddenly vanish after posting this, consider this video my backup in the cloud, the only truth I've left behind. I first saw the request on a private board buried deeper than most people even know exists. I'm not talking about the standard dark web forums. I mean the underside of the underside. A place for people who know how to hide even from people who know how to hide. A place where reputations aren't built with upvotes or karma, but with the silence of those who fear you. The message was simple. Too simple. Just a username I'd never seen before. Spectre root 0. And the job request wasn't typed. It was an image, a screenshot of an encrypted text file, with the keys intentionally blurred out. Whoever posted it wanted to show the job existed, without revealing it until someone responded. It was bait, but elegant bait, classy in a threatening kind of way. The message said, "Need infiltration. You will be well compensated. Do not ask what it is. I will tell you only after you accept." Most hackers would laugh at that kind of request. Too vague, too mysterious, too obviously dangerous. But in reality, the most dangerous people are the ones who don't need to sound dangerous. Their confidence is the threat, and this client smelled like confidence from the moment their name appeared. I decided to dig just a little. Nothing aggressive, just surface-level reconnaissance. But the moment I tried to trace the route the message used, the connection scattered. Not blocked, not masked, scattered, rerouted into nonsense, like someone had fragmented the packets into 100 ghost paths and let them dissolve in the air. I've seen good anonymization before, but this felt like someone standing in front of me whispering, "Stop looking." So I did something no cautious hacker should do. I responded. I wrote, "Defined compensation." No greeting, no signature, no emoji, just business. That's how you talk down there. 2 minutes later, exactly 2, I got a reply. Not a second early, not a second late. The message was another image, this time a photograph of a physical stack of money. Not just any money, unmarked USD bricks, vacuum sealed, tagged with a code used by major foreign banks to label clean circulations. It was the kind of money you don't spend, you move. Attached was a note. "This is just the confirmation sample. The job is rewarded in full once completed." I should have stopped right then. Something about the precision of the timing, the type of cash, the absence of negotiation. It screamed power, and not the cheap kind you see in crime documentaries. The cold, bureaucratic kind, the kind that has policies and protocols. I responded anyway. "I accept. What's the job?" That's when my screen glitched. Not a lag, not a freeze. A deliberate UI takeover, frame perfect, like someone had coded my entire display weeks before I was born. The screen went black except for 3 words in white, almost glowing. "Are you alone?" I stared at the question, not because I was scared, but because it pissed me off. Deep web clients don't get personal. They don't ask atmospheric questions. They don't try to create paranoia. But this felt like someone watching me through the cracks of my apartment walls. I typed, "Yes." Then another line appeared instantly underneath. "Are you sure?" My fingers tightened against the keyboard. I didn't respond this time. Instead, I started running a scan of every device in my apartment, every router, every Bluetooth component, everything with a MAC address. Nothing unusual, no intrusions. So whoever this was, they either weren't in my system, or they were so deep I'd never spot them. A new window popped up before I could finish thinking about it. A single sentence. "I need you to access a Seedbox server located offshore. I'll provide the route." Nothing too insane. Seedboxes are common for distributing, storing, or hiding large files, usually torrents, movies, stolen data dumps. But then I noticed something unusual. The server address they gave me didn't have a hostname. It didn't even have a proper IP range. It looked wrong, like an internal LAN address pretending to be external. I wrote back, "This looks like a ghost server." Spectre Root replied, "It is." That was new. Ghost servers are rumored networks, unlisted nodes used by intelligence agencies, rogue governments, or militias to store things they don't want the world to ever see or ever lose. Most people think they're myths. Hackers know better. Ghost servers exist, but you never want to open one. They don't store normal things. They store things that change everything. I asked the obvious question, "What am I retrieving?" The reply came slower this time. 10 minutes. Enough time for me to feel the tension chew on my brain. Then the message appeared. "You are not retrieving anything. You're deleting it." That was odd. People don't hire anonymous hackers to delete files. Anyone can delete files. It's creating fake ones that's difficult. Deleting files usually means one of two things, a mistake or a cover-up. I said, "If you want it gone, just destroy the server." Spectre Root responded, "Physical access is complicated, and we need it unrecoverable." Then another message. "Wipe the entire directory tree, and do not open the main file. Do not look at it, not even for a second." Now, if you want a hacker to do something, telling them not to do it is the best possible method. But this time, it wasn't temptation driving me. It was curiosity and fear. Why would someone pay a fortune to delete something without ever looking at it? So I lied. I said, "Understood," and then I did the opposite. The route they gave me wasn't a normal tunnel. It was a string of dead protocols, deprecated routing languages, and a handshake signature dated from before I was even born. It was like I was traveling through the graveyard of the internet. I didn't even recognize half the endpoints. Finally, I reached the server. When I entered, there were no folders, just one directory. And inside that directory, just one file. A video file named "Do Not Open MP4. It was so cliche it made me laugh, until I hovered over it. Usually when you hover over a video file, you get metadata, resolution, bitrate, codec, creation date, modification date. This one had metadata, but the values were corrupted. Not missing, not blank, corrupted. Scrambled as if someone had manually overwritten each byte with noise, like the file was alive and resisting inspection. So I took one extra step. Instead of opening the video, I opened the hex. The hex code wasn't random. It wasn't even encrypted. It was patterned, repetitive, almost rhythmic, but not in a human way. More like a heartbeat. I don't know how to explain it without sounding insane, but the hex values pulsed on the screen. They were static symbols, obviously, but the way they were arranged gave an illusion of movement. And in between the repeating structures, I saw something I didn't expect. Coordinates. Dozens of them. Locations around the world. Some in oceans, some in deserts, some inside cities, some inside government buildings, and one that was only 30 minutes away from my apartment. Whoever stored this file didn't want it deleted. They wanted it hidden, buried in plain sight, like a dead man's switch waiting for the wrong person to trigger it. I should have logged out. I should have closed everything. I should have walked away. But curiosity isn't something you turn off. Curiosity is the virus of hackers, and I've always been infected. So I opened the file, not fully, just a small preview, the first frame. And what I saw didn't make any sense. At first it was just a black screen. Then a face appeared slowly, like a badly rendered deepfake, except it wasn't a face. It was a mask, a metallic mask shaped like a blank human head. No eyes, no mouth, no expression. But the surface of the mask reflected movement. Not from the room it was in, but from me. It was reflecting my room, my chair, my walls, me, in real time. That was impossible. The video wasn't streaming, it wasn't connected, it wasn't a camera feed. It was a local file. Files do not behave like mirrors, yet there I was, reflected on its surface. My heart started pounding. I ripped off my headphones. My mouth dried. I reached for the Ethernet cable, ready to yank it, but something stopped me, something I can't explain. The mask turned as if looking directly at me, and then the video glitched. Not a normal glitch. a purposeful one. The mask disappeared and was replaced by lines of text, like flashing warnings. Except not warnings, instructions, and they weren't directed at whoever created the file. They were directed at me. The text said, "Copying this file creates a duplicate. Duplicates must be activated. Activation requires location." Then another line, "We know where you are." I slammed the window shut and disconnected everything, computer, router, even my phone. My hands shook so badly I nearly dropped the whole rig. I sat in complete silence, breathing like someone had punched me. I had opened something I wasn't meant to see, and whatever it was, it saw me back. 5 minutes later, without the internet connected, without any devices running, without any route open, my screen turned on by itself. Another message from Spectre Root. "You opened it." I typed nothing. I didn't breathe. Another line. "We told you not to." Then, "The only way to survive is to finish the job." I didn't understand. Survive? From what? Who were they? What was that file? Then my lights flickered. All of them. My apartment felt electrified, like the air was charged with static. My phone vibrated even though it was off. And then I heard something outside my window. Footsteps on the fire escape. Slow. Heavy. Deliberate. Someone was here. I ran to the window but didn't dare open it. The metal groaned under someone's weight. Then another sound. A tap on the glass. Not a knock. A tap, like a finger testing the vibration frequency. I backed away slowly, and my screen lit up again. A final message. Finish the deletion. Everything. Before they reach you. I didn't think. I just acted. I reconnected the internet, re-entered the ghost route, reached the server, and triggered a recursive wipe command. Not a soft delete. A zero-write, multi-pass, cluster shred wipe. The kind people use to erase war crimes. I did it in under 30 seconds. As soon as the command executed, the footsteps outside stopped. Not faded. Stopped. I waited. 10 seconds. 20. A full minute. Nothing. Then my screen flashed one last time. A message from Spectre Root. Confirmed. You live another day. And then they disappeared. Their account was deleted. Every message dissolved. The server itself went offline, permanently. I don't know who Spectre Root was. I don't know what was in that file. I don't know who, or what, was climbing my fire escape that night. But I know this. Ghost servers aren't myths. Some files aren't meant to be seen, and some clients aren't buying your skills. They're buying your silence, and I kept mine, until now. Thank you for listening to this, for staying with me until the end. And if you ever stumble into the deep web thinking it's just stories and mysteries, remember this. Some things lurking down there don't want to be found, and others are looking for you. If you value these stories, consider subscribing, leaving a like, and sharing this video with someone who loves dark and mysterious tales. Your support keeps this channel alive and helps me bring more hidden truths into the light. Stay safe out there.